Okay, take three. That's a bit silly. The battery cut out. Okay, you need batteries. You need things when you're dealing with technology. Oh dear. Anyway, so I was left with the feeling that there's a bit of a balance happening with the karmic um, slate of Great Britain, and that's not a negative thing. It's part of destiny. In order to wipe the slate clean, you have to go through and experience what you have put out to the universe. So in other words, there may be a little bit of upheaval, there may be a bit of change happening within the systems of operations within Great Britain, but at the end of the day, it's for positive purposes. It's for balance and harmony and a more natural way of life, and where everybody is vibrant and thriving. So sometimes you need to be courageous and stand up and take responsibility, and in order to start fresh and in order to create platforms and new ways of being that work for everybody. So it's a positive thing, even though we go through challenges. So I know that England is going through some financial challenges at the moment, and maybe even with the riots that happened, there's a feeling of frustration and a feeling of this energy, the masculine energy wanting to fight in order to win. And that's not the approach that will best work for communities and people at the moment. Fighting is not going to get you anywhere. That is not the approach you need to take. You need to take the feminine approach, which is communication. It's discussing. It's talking about your issues, not letting them build up until they're like a steam train and have no way of expression but in violence. So the feminine energy is wanting to cool any karmic masculine energy that has always responded with fighting. And I guess the long embedded history of crusades and wars and all of that energy is burning up. It needs to leave. You can't respond to life in that way anymore. It doesn't work. And the way forward is through communication. It's through women. Women need to heal this country, and they need to do it through being not like a man, not assertive and aggressive. They need to be loving and joining in communities, bringing communities together, bringing young people together, giving them an avenue for talking about their issues, giving them a forum, a way to feel loved and nurtured. We need to nurture the young in this part of the world because they're angry and they're fighting their shadow. It's like chasing your tail, like there's always more. You can never dredge through and sort out that kind of shadow trait, and you end up poisoning yourself. So basically, there needs to be a holistic way of bringing peace and harmony back to the communities, and it's through women. So women need to start nurturing communities and the men, because the men aren't coping. So that's also part of the learning and the part of the lessons that you're going to need courage to get through. So you have to be courageous in your own lives and in your own families, and you have to start opening your heart to caring about your neighbour. Don't cut off from your neighbour just because they may be from a different country or a different culture. Open your heart to everybody. And this is what it's saying. You're all one and you're all living in the same place. So become communities again. Don't become isolated groups that live together in the same town. And there's another card that I pulled. Opportunities. So new opportunities are on the horizon for you. You'll be offered something wonderful. Be brave and take the leap. So the universe is offering opportunities for growth, opportunities for economic development. There's new opportunities to do with the greening, sustainable nature, energy industries, and new opportunities within crops like wheat and barley and hops. So there's new industries forming just as other industries collapse and go to the wall. So it's about transforming, getting back to nature and developing new industries that will support all the community. So in the past, there's been a lot of masculine industries like mining and all kinds of things like that. They're quite masculine. And I'm pretty sure that the men that are miners didn't really enjoy the work. It was probably pretty dirty and pretty low on the ladder, on the scale of things. So now it's a shift into finding new ways of using your skills and using your resources to create new industries. And it's going to be very, very successful. So you're going to come out of this economic downturn with an upturn, with new industries and a new philosophy on the environment, because the environment is what's going to save you. The environment is where your future money is coming from. So invest in the environment, respect the environment, respect your heritage. It is rich and deep and it's full of wisdom. So explore your family trees, get those stories about where and how people coped without money in times when times were low. What did they do if they didn't have access to a doctor or to medicines? There's probably a lot of rich resources in people's minds, in people's folklore about natural medicines, and I think that there's going to be some discoveries and things that are going to benefit all of mankind come out of England, and it's going to be very well respected for that reason. So yeah, part 3 finished. Thank you.